Hey guys, the Portrait here. So I got up really early this morning and did a quick sketch. Figured I'll make a video out of it and provide some commentary. Oh, it was. I think I woke up at like 3 in the morning. Anyway, so I started out basically uh, with vine charcoal. That's soft charcoal. Um, so that you can always just move things around and you're not afraid to make any mistakes at this point because you're not putting any pressure down. And then I start blended everything in. I'm pretty sure I was so tired at this time. I don't know what I was even doing. But that's the nice thing about art, right? It's like tying a shoe. Once you get really good at it, well, not really good at it, but really experienced with it, then your hand kind of do its own thing. So, what was I talking about? All right. I need more coffee. So basically, I started out with a very rough charcoal underline, almost like I'm putting down a mid-tone, right? And then generally, I still follow like a kind of a underlining form. And after that is done, for the sake of video, I start to put down the features with some compressed charcoal. And there are some ratios on the face that you can just trust. It's always going to be a very good baseline for you to use, and then you can use that to adjust to whatever individual you are drawing. For example, the distance between our eyes, like in the middle, is roughly the same as the width of any one of our eyes. But in this drawing, I just basically followed I did use the reference, but I did follow the general proportions. So everything is very, very. I don't want to use the word generic, but it's a portrait, and I didn't do anything too special about it. And the most important thing, as I've always emphasized, is first of all proportion. Of course, you want the drawing to look like the person, and number two is value. So don't get over, should I say, over worried, over emphasized, over concerned about textures and paper. Because a lot of people have been asking, a lot of people, yeah, it's been 10 years. So there's a lot of people asking me, okay, how do you make things very smooth? What paper do you use? And so on and so forth. When the really important thing is that you get the overall value right. Texture is not a bad thing, okay? Just make sure you get the overall value correct. And here where I do hair like the way I always do, I just kind of put a very dark tone down and then I use eraser to create the highlights. A lot of people have been asking me, for a long time, do you use white pencil or eraser? I use eraser to create those white lines in the hair, and often they're not really that well done. Your imagination kind of helped me fill in the rest of the hair, so I can get a lot with the hair. And yeah, this is a very rough drawing. This is about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was trying to be quiet as also. I added some background with vine charcoal because I thought there'll be some rim light for the hair, but it turns out I think not to be the case. And at this point, the proportion is pretty much done. The most important parts are pretty much done, and the features are done. So it's just about me refining the values. And you can see I'm trying to use these days. I'm trying to use the most efficient methods. Early on during my days on YouTube, I tend to put down the most attractive features to get viewers. These days I just use the most efficient method to get the drawing done, which is background and form first, and shadows and light and all that first. and then details later. And this part is just me adding details down, and again, all the white stuff, the white hair is me added on with eraser. And I think we're pretty much close to be finished. There's nothing particularly special about this one, just because the face is very like there's nothing special about it in terms of feature or angle. It's a very standard angle. As long as you don't screw up the proportions too much, your drawing would look fine. So yeah, that's it. That's just a quick recap of the video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. The tools that I've used again is just the compressed charcoal for the dark features and some parts of the dark hair, vine charcoal for the light tones, and early on for me to map out the light features. Wait, what am I saying? For me to match out the light structures. You can even tell that early on I wasn't sure where the eye is, so it's kind of weird. I just kind of put it somewhere. Hopefully my right brain will tell me where it is later on. And as I go away from the center of the face to the hair, towards the hair and towards the outside, I care less and less about getting anything accurate. It becomes more and more abstract. Oh, that thing you see behind me, that's illusion. That's an illusion hole in the wall. It's just a sticker. I'll show you my setup later one of these days. So yeah, and I believe this way of drawing is also one of the most efficient way to do drawings. So use the center of the drawing, which is the face, is more realistic, and as you get further away from it, you can make it more abstract. This also creates contrast, which creates interest, which is what you want to do as an artist, right? So you don't want the whole thing to be uniformly like same in terms of details, as well as the way you treat the drawing, unless there's a specific goal in mind. I'm pretty sure I missed a few things, but that's a general idea. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll talk to you next time.